Today, you will see what Gregg Williams does when he's facing the pressure. When the pressure is on for Gregg Williams, what he does is he sends the pressure. He is a blitzing defensive play caller, always has been. We saw it last year. Jets' defensive identity revolved around the DBs, revolved around the middle of the field. Brian Poole playing a lot of Tampa 2 middle third zone. Marcus May, Jamal Adams blitzing, and blitzing because they didn't have that edge presence. Here against Pittsburgh, up 6. Pittsburgh gets the ball back after a terrible punt by Lachlan Edwards, 1:27 remaining. And it's a great example of how Gregg Williams starts out a sequence and finishes it once he starts feeling vulnerable. First play of the drive, trips with a tight end, gun, 4-man front, nickel, of course, looking like a 2 deep here, off coverage, 4-man rush, pretty vanilla, pretty simple. Zone on the back end, a lot of cushion, playing it safe on first down. Now, Jamal does a good job there. Sorry, I'm gonna get sidetracked doing the film this way, as I could pause, go back. Mallet does a decent job at the bottom. That stem really attacks the outside. The tight end there, you see that? Really attacks the outside. Mallet's too quick though to get fooled by that. 4-man rush anyway. Gregg Williams, 4-man rush. Running back stays in, and there's just nothing open. Quarterback has to take the underneath, under, and Steelers get 8 yards out of it, which is not a good way to start for the Jets. There's Hewitt. 4-man rush, doesn't really get the job done. Soft coverage equals about 8 yards. Play 2, damn it, cameraman. It's 2nd and 3. You could see it, so don't worry about the cameraman messing things up. Again, really off coverage, really loose, too deep. There's Poole, lined up on the slot. Mallet. I think it's not Bless Austin, right? This is the game Bless Austin was benched at the end of the first half, which was a killer. He had a deep third. He cannot let anyone behind him in that deep third at the end of the first half, and did. But here's that Tampa 2 defense. That's really a 3 deep. And instead of one of the linebackers going into the Tampa 2 zone, middle third, a shallower middle third, it's Brian Poole. And this was the bread and butter for the Jets last year. Brian Poole into the shallow middle third, and a safety and a safety, or a safety and a corner. If Jamal's blitzing, they'll go May and one of the corners. But again, really loose. Tampa 2 look, 4 underneath, 4-man rush, and the QB completes it on the deep out. Mallet, I don't know why Mallet's that loose, because if you're in a Tampa 2, why is Mallet so loose compared to these other guys at the sticks? No need to be that loose. You don't have a deep coverage here. You're not in quarters. You're not deep third. So bad job by Mallet, but Gregg Williams, right now, is getting antsy. A first down on 2 plays, 2 4-man rushes, Henry and Quinnen in the middle. Who's that? Willis on the outside to our right, George Jenkins on the outside to our left. Running back stays in again for the second. Well, no, he snuck out there. Doesn't matter though. They don't need max protect. They don't need extra protection to take care of the Jets' 4-man rush, and that's the biggest thing the defensive coordinator needs to work out when building an identity for a team, for his defense. Can his 4-man rush get the job done? Play 3, 1:04 left, first down. What does Gregg Williams do? Looks like a 3-3-5 instead of a four-man front. 1-2-3, 3-3-5. It's the 3-4 version of the nickel. One of the 3-4 versions of the nickel. Instead of four-man front. Back end is disguised. Steelers go compact, go pretty close on both sides. So because of this alignment, inside the numbers on both sides, the DBs really have to be concerned and look for outside the numbers. Any route that takes them outside the numbers on a flat, and out, a corner, flat, out, corner, anything of that nature. Of course, there will be something in the middle, but this alignment has to key the corners and the safeties who are on the outside into thinking something's up with an outside the numbers route. Tight end engages. So it's only a three-man route. Does he release? Sort of, not really. But notice Gregg Williams, he doesn't sit back anymore. Yeah, this is only a four-man rush, so it's technically not a blitz. But he decides to go with a disguise of a bait. Instead of a four-man front like he did the first two plays, he goes 3-3-5, 3 rush with the mic, and drop the edges in disguise. That drop up top, he was quick to get to the drop, which actually served him better because of what the route turned out to be. And good job by May, too, coming up on that across the middle route. But Gregg Williams' attitude, third play after a first down. No, I'm not going to bring the house, but I'm going to disguise it a bit. Does it work? Hell no. Quarterback has all the time in the world. This one, again, 3 deep on the back end, zone. Edge remains engaged with the tight end. Good job in coverage. Quarterback really didn't have anything. Might have had over the middle there if he was quick with it, but he wasn't. Quinn Williams inside. I mean, not the greatest job in the world. It takes some time, but these are the types of plays he's going to have to disengage quicker. He's going to have to fight through those inside hands by centers and guards. Forces the throwaway. Play 4, 58 seconds left, 2nd and 10, still around midfield. What did Gregg Williams do? Again, really laxed coverage. Again, 4-man rush. Still doesn't feel the pressure, feel the need to ramp it up. Again, 3 deep, 4 underneath. Quarterback doesn't really have much. It's pretty much a four verts out of a 3x1, and he just goes to the back of the flat. Crucial 3rd down coming up. Let's see. They gamed the inside with Anderson and Quinn Williams. I think it was intentional, not positive, but that's pretty much the only bow on this play. Everything else is pretty standard. Big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 7, 51 seconds left. When the pressure's on, what does Gregg Williams do? He held this back. He's not going to do it on 1st. He's not going to do it on 2nd. He's going to count on his D to put himself in this situation. 3rd, 4th down, before he really dials up something exotic. Here, it's cover 0. There's nobody deep, nobody single high, nobody in the middle. And, I mean, for a quarterback in this situation, you have, if not a rookie, If you're a veteran and you've been around the block, you want a look like this. This is what you want. Off the snap. Who is that, May? I can't tell. In the middle, he bails. Yeah, that's May. And he bails immediately. And it's only 6 drop, which means 5 are coming at the quarterback, including Jamal Adams. In terms of pass protection, 4-man route, running back stays in the block. Right here, Jets lose. Even though this is film about Gregg Williams, what does he do when the pressure is on? He blitzes, he dials it up, but he does it in a smart way where he won't tip his hand prior to 3rd, 4th down. The Jets lose on this play. This is a blitz pickup, not to perfection, but to pretty solid degree. Right here, this is an offensive win every time. 5-man rush. The quarterback is not sweating one bit, and he doesn't have his pick of routes to throw to, but he has options. He has the underneath, working against a slower linebacker, and of course he has the seam. Where did that guy come from? Yeah, he's got the seam with a receiver against a free safety, which is one-on-one in the NFL today. That is matchup advantage offense every time, every single time. There's the throw to the outside shoulder, which you'd like from a quarterback perspective, and then this one is just a tremendous job by May, getting that left hand in. He does get turned around a bit, which you don't want to do as a middle of the field safety. Here's the look, double A gap pressure, 4-man front, 2-4-5 if you want to call it. 4-man front with double A gap pressure. Adams over top the tight end, but the percentages of him blitzing in this situation are extremely high. Where is he going? He's going right up the A gap on the weak side. And pretty much everyone else is straight ahead. But Gregg Williams dials with the pressure on 3rd and 7. Again, very soft, lax coverage on the back end, knowing the blitz is coming. And Marcus May, the quarterback, does a good job. Marcus May bails out the defense. Left hand up. He's actually in bad position here. He wants the right hand, the inside hand, to be the hand here, but he still gets it done. Final play, 44 seconds left, 4th and 7. What happens? You already know. Jets win. But what does Gregg Williams do? Again, cover 0 look. Cover 0 pre-snap look. On an island. Man, man. Man, man. Doesn't mean it's man, but you get the idea. Disguised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-man rush. Folks, 7-man rush. Which means these defenders, you don't want to think, in this situation, you don't even want to think about, is it man or is it zone? That's not what these guys do anymore. It's about responsibility. It's about your keys. It's about situation. And 7 are going after the quarterback. Unless the tight end and back leak out. Because if the tight end and back leak out, there are guys responsible for those routes, should they leak out. Should they stay in, 7 are coming. And they don't hesitate here, which is a good job by the defense. Look at Jamal. I'm sorry, I said tight end. Don't include the tight end, just the back. If the back leaked out, it would have been a 6-man instead. But 7 come. Quarterback can't handle the snap, which is huge. And these guys are just keying in on their responsibilities. They can't get beat over the top. Need to maintain cushion. And understand what the situation is. Quarterback, last-ditch effort, throws it up. Brian Poole in good position. Incomplete pass, Jets win. Here it is from the end zone view. Gregg Williams wants to create a little confusion. Again, it's that 3-5 look with the 3-4 look from the D tackle and D ends, and the two edges, who's at Basham and Burgess, and Hewitt as the Mike. And there's Adams. Again, key in the inside, key in the A-gap, gets in there. All Poole and Mallett have to do is make sure that ball drops. I mean, all things considered, decent job by the quarterback. Hand on it, Poole's right arm up, maintains contact with his left arm, incomplete. Juju cannot get it done. And that's Gregg Williams in a nutshell, folks. When the pressure gets ramped up, he ramps up the pressure. Would he do it less if he had a four-man rush that can effectively get after the quarterback? Of course. They all would. They all would do it less. If they had a four-man rush who can get after the quarterback, they would hardly blitz, especially in today's game, because blitzing has lost its effectiveness thanks to the three-step drop and the quick timing patterns and everything West Coast that's branched off of the West Coast thanks to the rules. But still, you can't take away that maniacal blitzing nature Gregg Williams has. And you saw it on this drive in these 6 plays. First 2 plays, very vanilla, 4-man front, 4-man rush. Third play, still a 4-man rush, but he goes all interior, all tackle to tackle, the 3-man line out of the 3-3-5 with the Mike. Fourth play, again, plays it safe, wants to set up a 3rd and long. He does so, 3rd and 7, starts bringing the heat. 4th down, brings the heat. 7-man rush, 4 on the back end. That's Gregg Williams.